A receptionist answered phones at a law firm for 40 years, greeted clients, scheduled meetings, made coffee. Partners treated her as decoration when she died. Her home office contained copies of 100 legal documents, every case, every settlement, every cover-up. What she preserved would dismantle the most powerful law firm in America. Morrison, Blake & Associates, most prestigious law firm in Washington, D.C., for 40 years. Dorothy Chen sat at front desk. Good morning, Morrison Blake. Transferred calls, scheduled meetings, made coffee. Partners walked past without looking. She was furniture, part of building. Dorothy started at Morrison Blake in 1983. Age 25, recent immigrant from Taiwan, needed any job. Reception paid minimum. No benefits initially, but it was steady. She stayed. 40 years passed invisibly. Law firms create mountains of documents. Lawyers make copies. Extra copies go in recycling. Dorothy's desk was next to copy room. She had access to everything going to shredder. Nobody thought twice about receptionists near confidential documents. She was invisible. For 40 years, Dorothy did something nobody noticed. Before documents went to shredder, she made additional copies, took them home, filed them meticulously, organized by case, by date, by client. 100 documents over 40 years. Her home office became shadow archive of Morrison Blake's complete history. Why did Dorothy do this? Started innocently. She liked organizing, found satisfaction in filing. But around 1995, she read case file going to shredder. It described settlement where firm helped pharmaceutical company bury evidence. That drug killed 23 people. Dorothy was horrified. Realized law firm wasn't serving justice. It was serving power. From then on, Dorothy archived deliberately. Every cover-up, every dirty settlement, every case where firm helped clients evade accountability. She documented 40 years of legal corruption at highest levels, corporations avoiding responsibility, wealthy criminals avoiding prosecution, politicians avoiding scandals. Dorothy never intended to expose anything. She just preserved truth, thought maybe someday someone would need it. When Dorothy died in 2024 at 66, never married, no children. Her estate was handled by a young public defender named Alex Rivera. He was Dorothy's neighbor. She trusted him. Alex discovered archive 100,000 documents for decades of Morrison Blake history. He spent 6 months reviewing every file, every case. Patterns emerged: systematic obstruction of justice, witness intimidation, evidence destruction, bribery of officials, fraud on courts, not occasional mistakes. Deliberate strategy. Morrison Blake specialized in making problems disappear for powerful clients. Alex knew he had nuclear bomb. Morrison Blake represented 340 Fortune 500 companies, 45 senators, 12 foreign governments. Exposing them would reshape American power structure. It would also make him target. He could also be disbarred for possessing stolen confidential documents. Alex made hardest decision of his life, turned everything over to FBI and State Bar Association simultaneously. Couldn't be stopped once both had copies. Press got anonymous tip about existence of archive. Story exploded before anyone could suppress. Impact was unprecedented. FBI launched 89 criminal investigations based on Dorothy's archive. State bars across country opened 340 ethics investigations. Civil lawsuits flooded Morrison Blake. Within months, firm collapsed. 150-year history ended. Partners faced criminal charges. $4.7 billion in fraudulent settlements were reversed. But archive revealed even bigger scandal. Morrison Blake wasn't unique. Documents showed coordination with 47 other major law firms. They shared strategies for obstructing justice, referred clients to each other, created systematic shield protecting powerful from consequences. Dorothy had documented criminal legal industrial complex. Reform swept legal profession, mandatory document retention laws, Whistleblower protections for legal staff, ethics audits of major firms, criminal penalties for attorneys who obstruct justice. Chen protocols implemented. All legal support staff receive ethics training and confidential reporting channels. Dorothy's archive is now at Library of Congress. Researchers study it. How did one receptionist defeat most powerful law firm in America? Answer: patient's hand. Documentation. 40 years of invisible work. Nobody stops receptionists from making copies. They're too insignificant to threaten. In Washington, D.C., there's memorial. Dorothy at desk with phone, surrounded by filing cabinets. Caption: Dorothy Chen answered phones 40 years, made coffee, scheduled meetings. Nobody imagined she was documenting their crimes. 100,000 documents. One woman's archive destroyed. Most powerful law firm in America. Never underestimate the receptionist. They're invisible until they're not.